Whoops, I forgot I have to transition the scene. Okay, thank you. We've got obedience
Thank you, Bailey.
schooled here. So we had an obedience school resolved. We've got Ferret Jet. Okay, so yeah, he got a Kit off the Nerval. Kit is going to banish 2 to summon probably Bearbrum.
Yeah. Now, the kind of one part of this combo that I'm missing, is there like a payoff for the kind of Tri-Brigade Link side of the deck, or do you think we're just going to set up a Bearbrum with the Melffy of the Forest or Melffy Mommy? I cannot remember for the life of me.
So I think a lot of times they go like they go with the not Calantosa, the rodent raccoon. They could go Melffy of the Forest as well, though, to try to special back with the Calantosa pop. Can you guys still see the breakdown? I thought I changed it. I'm pretty sure I got rid of it.
No, we can definitely see it now.
Okay.
Just check there.
Okay. So
yeah, so it looks like Joyous Melffy.
Yeah, this is the one.
That's the one.
This is the one that specials the ones back. So yeah, he's gonna link 2 of these off, probably for another Ferret Jet is usually the play.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think, is there any benefit, because I expected maybe like a Rugal, do you think there's any benefit? No, Rugal's a beast warrior, isn't he? Ignore me.
Yeah, you can't do that, yeah. Now what's interesting is here, he didn't use Bearbrum. So, that is what's to the
kind of does telegraph the revolt. To be fair though, this looks unassuming, but again, this deck's really cool in that, you know, Melffy Puppy being in the graveyard, being able to be grabbed off of Joyous Melffy's ends up on like 3 or 4, you know, non-negation interruptions, which is insane.
This is very interesting here. So Desires draws 2. Yeah, he's got Revolt plus the Joyous Melffys. Yeah, he's gonna end on Puppy. Yeah, he's gonna have the Puppy to also be able to pop. So it's a very follow-up centric board. Not the strongest, but very follow-up centric. Okay, so here comes Ashuna down on the field here. The question is, he might just go and revolt this right away. No, he's gonna use the Joyous Melffys. Okay, so he wants to get the pops out now while he can. I like this. So Joyous Melffy's effect, return it back basically. He's gonna summon out Puppy Calantosa. Yep.
And that's really nice because it also staggers the pops. Because, you know, we've got 1 now, Puppy can get 1 later, plus the Revolt. We also have Kit, so that's a really good follow-up too.
Yeah, so he's going to be able to add a Tri-Brigade to his hand. He's going to pop this Ashina. Whenever Moroccan Nation activates a monster effect, that is going to allow the Puppy to special summon another Calantosa from if he normal or specials, if he normal or specials, basically. Melffy Brigade has always been legit ever since obedience school. Ever since this, so he's gonna imperm the Puppy.
And he's just gonna let that fly.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so he's gonna go Vishuda. Now the question is this going to be a revolt time here? Right, it really depends, because I mean, if you revolt here, that's at least all the interruptions that we're gonna see here. So it goes Monk of the Tenyi. Now, are we gonna see a revolt here? Does not look like we are.
Just double checking. Right, so yeah, so the Vishuda definitely depends on having the Monk on the field.
Okay, all the Tenyis do. So okay, he's gonna go Protoss reveal, Moyi reveal Protoss here. Okay.
We're gonna get a think on res, so this could be time for the revolt. I'm not entirely I'm gonna rely on you a lot for this one because I'm not as well versed in kind of the Swordsoul matchup.
Yeah, so here comes the revolt. The question is, what do you banish here? At this point, I mean, it's tough. It might be like banishing the token is only okay because you might want to banish the Moyi to reduce a draw, because like he's got already a monk. He's already got a normal monster or a non-effect monster, so he can use his is oh,
He's got the droplets for it.
droplets send desires, negate that. Okay, so never mind. Everything is staying here. Now we're really relying on a hand trap here, like maybe a nib or something. Honestly, is our best bet. So Fairy Jet's gonna draw one back.
Yeah, and I think that's again just another cool thing about like the kind of Tri-Brigade engine is that it's got this kind of rolling advantage that allows you to basically unbrick your hand every turn.
Yeah, yeah. The only question is, can you survive at a reasonable pace here? Basically, because it's not looking good. He's trying to draw into hand traps though, with the Fairy Jets here. Yeah, yeah.
And I definitely the Protoss is going to be big. What is the summoning condition for Protoss again? Is it banish free with different attributes from your graveyard?
Attributes. Or face up, you can as well. But yes, 3 different attributes.
Right.
Oh, so he does
he
have the nib. But this is not over yet because this leaves him with a non-effect monster. So he's going to search with Sheree. We're going to see a token come out to the board. We're going to see probably an Ashuna come out here.
Yeah.
So here comes a nib. He's going to search for a DD Crow. Oh, so he's going to go for the Ashuna right now. Okay, that is good. That is good. He's going to go for the Ashuna. Really nice play there. He runs the DD Crow in the main deck. I like that. This is like the perfect time for it. DD Crow onto the Ashuna. Yeah, that's what's happening here. That's pretty good.
Yeah. That was a you know, I don't know if he had the nib in hand. If he did, that was a really well calculated play. If he didn't, that was the best Fairy Jeet draw ever.
Does he go for light here? Or does he go for dark? He's gonna go for dark. So the reason he does this is because this stops the Shereg follow-up next turn. Okay. Now, this is really interesting. So this can't be destroyed by battle by Nib, because it's got 3k defense. So we'll see. He stopped the Fairy Jet. The problem is it also stops access code. So it's very possible that this Protoss could live a turn here. The problem is his top decks are not going to be very good. It's like Taya or bust basically at this point, or another Desires. Or I guess Ecclesia as well, or the Swordsoul searching spell. Okay, so there's some good top decks. I take it back. I mean, there's a lot of good top decks. Question is,
definitely. I think the question is, do these top decks really outweigh, you know, kind of the ability to recur that Tri-Brigade do? Because I'm seeing 5 cards for Paulo and 2.
Yeah, and that token is gonna die probably pretty soon here.
He's got the Keris, so I wonder what he can go into here.
Yeah, this is gonna be really interesting. Okay, we're gonna have to see here. Got the
with the kit follow up. So maybe we're just gonna set up a board of negates.
Maybe I would really like to get rid of this Protoss here. Like really like to get rid of it. The question is how, and I don't know the answer.
Pretty much relies on the Shurig, you know, because it can't be destroyed by what does it says, card effects as well. Yeah, so we either have to get a
maybe bounce
bigger
it.
than 3k booty.
Double Dragon Lords probably the way to go.
That's also a shout.
It just doesn't have stuff in his graveyard to resummon it at this point, so bouncing is almost as good as destroying it. So yeah, we're gonna see the Double Dragon Lords. Okay, this makes sense. Just to start clearing up the board here.
Okay, yeah, so that you were absolutely spot on. That was game there. And I think with the kit follow-up, you know, there was really no doubt.
Yeah, the follow-up with the Melffy Tri-Brigade is really insane. So we did see the Nib. I mean, basically Nib is like, it wins all those times where your opponent can't play optimally. When you have like interruptions with backed up with Nib, it's just so good. And like, you know, I was saying like, well, the Nib is like his only way to win now. And he had it. So there you go.
We did it again, wished it into existence.
Yeah, okay, so, I like this. Yeah, you might as well ash this. I feel like if you're playing against Swordsoul, you might as well ash this. Wow, Paulo has been just killing it with the hand traps today. Just ash that Emergence Pass.
And so in terms of Swordsoul back row, what might this be, do you think? Do you think it's just a pair of imperms, or is he bluffing?
That's a good question. Okay, so he's gonna Ash the Fractal. Makes sense. Oh,
he's got the Gamma.
My God. Wow.
And that's it. That's game. Wow.
Wow, that's just game. Wow. Wow. So
That's
Paulo has
crazy.
been
I need to
killing
check
some
that
people
out.
with his hand traps. Every time we've seen Paulo on the stream today, he's been just killing some people with its hand
Mhm.
traps. How about we head over to table 3? It's You Broke My Heart versus actually Dagger or Dagger, or
Mhm.
D-Hager as they like to call it. So Paulo, he's on a hot streak right now. We've
Absolutely.
seen some stuff here. Um, so we're gonna head over to this table here. This is table 3. So the players here are also 3-0 at the moment, and we start off with You Broke My Heart saying he's dumb. um,
That's what we like to see. I wonder where this
listen,
could have been.
we can resonate with that here on the stream. We can resonate with that.
Absolutely.
So let's see. It's his turn. This looks like a very close game, actually. So it's Tri-Brigade, Lurolusk, or Bird Up versus what looks like a 60-card Phantom Knight deck with some like warrior support. Maybe some Souls going on here.
Yeah, because I've not really seen Junk Forward played much in PK. But I think, if you're going 60 cards, you might as well just have as many good level 3s as possible.
Right, right. So let's see. It looks like it's You Broke My Heart's turn here. He might not. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. He's playing 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so it's 60. Okay, it is 60. He's got to deal with the Zeus though. This is going to be difficult. This is going to be
Yeah,
difficult.
I feel like try PK going into a double Zeus is difficult. Because PK can do pretty well against kind of destruction based removal, but then I don't know how well it does again. Oh, this could be good though.
Ooh, that's a
Ignore
nice little
everything I've said.
play. That's a nice little play. So he
Yeah,
forces that, chains droplets, hits the Zeus there. Okay, so
and that I feel like this last card just has to be like tour guide
yeah, Torch is it
because
going to
there's
be
no
Silver? I was
follow up
thinking the same thing. Okay, boots. But not over because he can
okay
use Fogblade to special. So he's gonna go.
to bring back the boots.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a Anaconda play here, is what we're seeing. I think we're
Yeah,
gonna see an Anaconda come out. DPE. Let's see. Yeah, next hand trap versus hand trap. Yeah, this is hand trap versus hand trap. Says Mario from last game. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
mhm.
Um,
And I don't, like I've not seen Almirage played a lot in PK decks, but I think for a deck where it seems like a big mishmash, that's a really good strategy. If you open up one boots, you've guaranteed yourself a Verti.
mhm. So Dagger says, "Give me a second here. Are we going to see some sort of another hand trap? Hand traps have really been the story of today's
Mhm.
tournament here. Is okay. So we're gonna sending the Fusion Destiny. I would imagine, probably Fusion Destiny. God, it
Yep.
feels so good to send Fusion Destiny. We have no cards in hand. He's got
And he's
Destiny
got the
here.
Denier as well. That's
Denier.
different. Denier
Okay.
and Matt. Yeah, so this appears to be more of just like a warrior good stuff deck.
So no Celestial, which is interesting. So how does this work? What does
So,
Denier do?
do you mind if I step in? Because I've played
Yeah,
a ton of
please,
hero. So,
please.
Denier is essentially if you control a Destiny hero, it can special summon itself from the graveyard. Now, I'm going to double check if it has a restriction. No, only that you can use its effect once per duel to special summon itself. So Denier on the crackback, because he's of course going to have DPE, it's going to summon itself out, which can also recur Malicious as well, by the way, because it allows you to put a Destiny hero that's banished on your graveyard or on your deck on the top of your deck. So Malicious essentially goes to free with Denier, meaning
Oh.
that he's got an insane link play in his pocket.
I see. So you can use Malicious, summon out Malicious, then use Denier, put back the Malicious, do some link plays, then get another Malicious. I see. I see.
Yeah. Denier
Okay.
is, I think Denier's played less only because Celestial says draw two, but Denier is a disgusting, disgusting card. It's really some of the best hero support we've received in a long time.
Yeah, it seems like if you want to play Malicious, Denier might be better than
Hmm.
Celestial. Although the draw 2 is tempting. I'm sure the draw 2 would be good here.
Hmm.
So we will have to see here. Standby phases DP is coming back.
Yep.
Can he beat 3 cards of Bird Up? Now, Bird Up with 3 cards with only 1 eruption, very scary. Like, you normal summon a Nerval here that's already. Oh!
Oh,
Got him Alpha.
well,
That's pretty cool. this is gonna force the pop. I mean, you should wait till he activates the effect, technically, just because it's once per turn. But this will force the DPE out.
And that's really interesting, right? Because we've come in game 1, so he's main decking the alpha.
Yeah, he's main decking alpha, which is pretty cool to see. I don't usually see this. Okay, but here we go. DPE. It doesn't really matter unless he has a second alpha that you would want to wait for the bounce. But he's probably not going to bounce anyway. There's nothing good to bounce. So okay, DP. What's he gonna go after? He's gonna go after his Phoenix Enforcer or his Verte Anaconda. I mean, I would definitely. Okay. Gonna try to keep his Phoenix Enforcer around. That's interesting. Maybe trying to like save some life points just in case. This is one issue with this though, is that like, for example, a Shirag is going to get rid of it forever, which is kind of sad. Oh
God.
This
is upsetting.
Yeah, that might just be the end here. Yeah, that's basically game, honestly, because this is gonna go grab a follow up, grab a Nerval, normal the Nerval, and yeah.
Yeah, so from what I'm seeing in the graveyard, 0 Recital Starling have been used. So we've got a combo in our hands.
Yeah, it's over, and you don't even need to do the full. Yeah, you could do the full combo too. You really could. Yeah. He's gonna add a Cobalt Sparrow.
Probably bird call for
Yeah, he's gonna bird call. He's gonna bird call for Sapphires. Use the resolution to special out that. Add the Nerval. Yeah, so I mean, this is just game. There's everything is known, so he doesn't have to worry about anything. Sapphire selling out both. Yep. Make a
and then oh dear lord.
Yeah, this is basically over. Make a charade. Yeah, okay. So.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that he could have done to really stop that.
Yep. So the alpha coming in clutch there. I mean, it definitely probably didn't need alpha to win, but it's certainly nice. It's really interesting to see alpha game 1, like you said.
Yeah, I think, and that's maybe just a side effect. You know, DPE, I had a glance through some of the player lists and what they named their deck. The letters DPE came up a lot. You know, it's really in there, and it might just be, you know, people are now starting to deck build around that to see what's going on.
Yeah. Now, how are your feelings about DPE? Do you think that this card, or like some part of it, should be banned?
Now I'm a devout hero player, right? So I love DPE. You know, as soon as it was announced, I'm like, heroes have the card that they always needed. Unfortunately, back when they printed Fusion Destiny, which is excuse me, they didn't give it the hero restriction, which is weird because almost every other piece of hero support has had a specific hero restriction. I think DPE, by merit of Fusion Destiny, is just a little bit too good. You know, I really wish Fusion Destiny did have that restriction, but even then, you know, Verte into DPE would be good. But I guess that just goes back to the point that Verte is a bit of a problem card.
Yeah, Verte. I could see Verte. The thing is, like, people still might play Fusion Destiny without Verte. Although maybe not. It's a close call. It's really hard to say. It's definitely not crazy like the OCG. But I don't know.
Yeah, I think by merit of Fusion Destiny, just, you know, it's a card that you can play at the very end of your combo. It really muddies the waters of that argument of which card is the problem. Because Red Eyes was useless without Verte, but, you know, going into Fusion Destiny, you can just do that with any deck at any time.
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, I don't know, but okay.
It's definitely a tough one.
We are seeing the Warriors come to the party here. Is it Cherubini first, or do we go for is Sold first? Whoa, a lot of level 3s. That's 3 level 3s on the board.
I don't know where this deck's going to go because, you know, if it was just standard PK, would definitely say Cherubini's the next play. But there's a potential Appaloosa in there. In Warrior decks, if they're just like kind of Warrior mishmash, or sorry, there's an Isolde in there which can like set up a nice Appaloosa for a lot of Warrior decks really easily. So I'm really curious to see where this goes.
Yeah, now he's got 3 monsters already. He could maybe try and go for an apple. It's hard to say here. I think we're gonna go for an assault. That's my guess. But let's see.
Let's see. And it, sending the ragged gloves. So Cherubini, that's fine. Sent the ragged gloves as well, which is essentially just going to fetch from a monster reborn for any point where his combo's interrupted. Torn scales is really good in that way. That if you start on it, it pretty much reserves, monster reborn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So not in assault just yet. We might see one still later in the combo though. We've got this little BA combo here, Graf Sur, and Surson back. The Cherubini.
Yeah, so it's gonna easily set up at the very least a Rusty plus Verti. It might need one more extender or one lack of interaction to be able to set up. Like, I don't know if this is the kind of PK deck that does the extra deck lock. There's definitely a possibility though. If we have one more extender, it's definitely in there.
Yeah. So, okay, here we go. We've got Link. Okay, so they're gonna go into Rusty Bardiche probably here. Yep.
And Seer's gonna bring out the Cherubini again.
Okay.
So at the very, very least, we've got Rusty Verti.
Yeah, at the very least. Depends if there's a nib coming here, but it looks like... Oh, sorry, he's thinking here.
Some sort of interaction?
Yeah, he's got some interaction here. Maybe Gamma?
I don't like how you broke my heart just saying, is it? Is it nib?
No, the thing is, even with nib, I'm not even sure that's good enough, because you can probably revive it somehow by sending...
At this point, nib doesn't do anything, because the Ragged Gloves can banish itself, which gets out Torn Scale. And from there, Rusty can come back because it just searches one of the Monster Reborn traps.
Exactly, yeah. So he's thinking on effect, though. He's thinking on the effect.
And he's let it resolve. I don't know. I think if he had anything, if he had an Ash or anything like that, I think that's where he should have used it.
Yeah, and he might not actually have anything. He might just be, like, bluffing. But yeah. It's hard to say without looking at the hands. And
this is definitely now where he's searching with Ancient Cloak. If he's going to get the Greaves, this is absolutely where not even Nib does enough at this point, because the Greaves will just... Okay, he's got the Brigandine, which, yes, Cloak can search. Yep, that's fine. So yeah, he's kind of at the point where maybe Nib's not even enough at this point.
Yeah, this is going to be really... Yeah, I mean, I don't think Nib is enough at this point.
This looks like Appaloosa. Or maybe not.
He didn't go for Appaloosa. Oh, he went for
sold it. Okay.
There it is.
So I wonder where this is going to go, because again... Oh, this is interesting. Maybe a Nib... This is really interesting.
He might go for Nib now. I mean, he still could Nib. But does he really have it, though? I don't know.
Oh, this is interesting. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this, because there's still a ton of graveyard play. He's got the Imperm. Okay.
Interesting. So
I might have used that on the Rusty myself.
Yeah, this is really interesting. He goes for the Imperm on this. Trying to cut off some warrior access here. But I mean, I can still see just... At the minimum, a DPE, maybe an Appaloosa.
Yeah, this board has a couple of routes, because we could search a Fogblade off of Boots, so that's double Fogblade and like DPE, or double Fogblade Appaloosa.
So this is really interesting. I think the Imperm probably surprised you broke my heart too, because he was probably thinking that it would have been used a bit earlier maybe. So now, that's one advantage of using your hand traps later. Actually, I just read Mario's comment in the chat. He says, I think it's Valor or Imperm. He probably hasn't seen the Imperm yet. So he was right. He called it, I guess. Okay.
So... Gloves is going to send the Wing, which, every good PK trap will Monster Reborn something, but we're also going to see a Torn Scale come back out, I think. Yep. So I wonder where this goes from here, because we could Wing back our Boots into the potential Breaksword into, a rank 4 if he's playing it, or just Verti.
Now, Yeah, I mean, okay, if Dagger has Nib,
Hmm.
respect, respect. He
This
is
is
holding it, and that is like, I don't know how you could hold it for this long. I would be so afraid of Appaloosa coming out. Maybe you feel like that's his only path to victory, which it might be true. He's like,
mhm,
listen, extend as much as you want. Like, you might think I don't have Nib, so he might even wait for like a Verte to come out, you know. So, um,
mhm. Yeah, so we're going to see the break sword play, but again, you've actually made me feel quite like anxious about Nib. Like I'm seeing two bodies on board here, and I'm just like I'm just saying make Appaloosa, man. Appaloosa double fog blade DP that should do it.
Now I think actually Chain User in the chat has made a good point. He probably impermed the is sold because he doesn't want to see a dolphin come out, an
That's
aqua
yeah.
dolphin. Still sort of interesting. That definitely like makes it harder for You Broke My Heart to diagnose what the correct play is here. Okay, so Levier.
Which probably does the same thing. This definitely sets up Dagda and DPE.
hmm This is interesting. If he's gonna, what is he gonna link these two into here? Is he gonna go for? Yeah, he's gonna go for Dagda. Okay, okay. Dagda is here.
And this should trigger. Yep, that will trigger the Dagda, and it gets us another PK in rotation.
Yeah, so this is going to yeah, he's gonna set the scythe and recycle some of his resources. Man, if Dagger has a nib, it's
Honestly,
gonna be the coolest nib.
I don't feel comfy right now. I feel very anxious because if he drops a nib, that is the fattest, best nib ever.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so go summon this guy back. I mean, he still might not win because of all the fog blades. You know, at least one down
Yeah,
there, right? So let's
and I
see
think
here.
that's the beauty of PK. If they get access to the PK engine and they get the boots in the grave and they get Rusty, that's easily double fog blade. Which even if you deal with all the monster negates, you still have the back row to deal with.
So okay, yeah. I mean, he's going. It's going like you said. It's Dagda. He's gonna get his fog blade. He's gonna get his DPE. Yeah. I mean, this is Anaconda pay
I think
2K.
the only thing this is missing is the draw phase, like reborn trap with a dark Xyz.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. To pop something.
Hmm.
Actually, does he have a wings engrave? Oh, he doesn't. Doesn't.
No.
No, it's the he used it. He used it already. Okay.
So this is one heck of a field though, extra deck lock plus double fog blades. And then we've got, Denier and Mali for the follow up. If Bird Up doesn't break this board, then I can't see game two going well for them.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough board because you have to stop the scythe. There's no way you can win if that scythe resolves.
Hmm.
Does he have the way to stop it? That remains to be seen here. You know,
I feel
DD
like
Crow works.
if he had it, then definitely probably if he had the nib, Dagda is definitely where he should have dropped it. But it looks like he doesn't. We'll see how this goes.
So you broke my heart thinking about doing the whole scythe thing in the draw phase.
I think if Dagger has the droplets, then he's going to be fine.
Oh, he has a nut. Does he have
He's
another
chaining Dagda?
artifact?
Okay. Wonder what we could have. Maybe like a Lancia, maybe.
Yeah, probably a Lancia in deck.
So, what's your thoughts, Yishan? Are you ban Scythe or ban Dagda?
um, honestly, I hate people that play Artifact Sanctum anyway. So if I
Yeah.
could vote, I would just ban Scythe. I think honestly, I'm okay if they banned all the broken floodgates like the Harpy's Featherstorm. It's not as broken because you need some sort of like setup for it.
Yeah.
Scythe. Imperial Order and Mystic Mine. If all those cards got banned, I think I would be not unhappy about it.
So he's got the twisters for the Fog Blade. That's nice, because that removes a lot of interaction. His discards Wagtail.
If this Scythe resolves, it's okay. So you just chain Dag to here, I think.
So it does, yeah. I guess it doesn't really stop the problem. You know, he's hitting the Fog Blades, but you know that Scythe's still going.
Chaining something here, probably.
He's got the droplets.
Yeah, got the droplets. Wow. So he hits that.
Huge.
Okay. Wow. So he had
that was just
twin.
Huge.
He had twin, and everything else here. Now
And you know the
Special
really
Warbler.
Yeah, Special Warbler or you know Ditch Fractal. That's terrifying.
Oh, this is gonna
Small
be
World.
a guaranteed Warbler, basically. Everything in the deck searches Warbler here. So he's gonna go for Dinotherium into Warbler is my guess. Yep, here it is.
Wow. Imagine working so hard just to be Zeused again.
Wow, that was a wow for sure. That was pretty amazing.
He's got the Wagtail. Oh god,
it's not over.
This is
not over. It's just not looking good. Just not looking.
It's not looking good.
Because he can also go for he can go for follow up for next turn as well here. I mean, he can also go for Nerval. It's close, but I probably my guess is he's gonna go Nerval. He could also go some more plays though with this bird call this turn. He wants to Zeus though, right? So he's gonna detach the Celeste. First he's gonna gain attack. Oh, he's gonna boost Rusty. Is he gonna go for OTK? Oh, he's gonna go for the OTK maybe.
Okay, so how does this work?
This doesn't. He's gonna try to ram his Recital Starlings into this, I think. Right, so Recital Starling, you both take the damage.
Oh.
Basically, is this gonna
work
though?
You broke my hearts on 2k less because of Verte.
Yeah. Actually, this is gonna be enough. He's gonna buff the Rusty as well. That's a really good play by Dagger. He can do the cheese OTK here. Yep, that's a cheese OTK.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a cheese OTK right there. Special disc. He can make.
No way.
Uh-oh, he says, does he have a nib as well? Oh my god!
Oh,
he has a nib!
Let's go.
Oh my god.
This is huge.
So this is the punishment for this play. If he tried to go for Zeus and search Nerval as follow-up for next turn, that makes this a lot worse because, you know, because
this is an interesting game too.
Yeah, this is interesting though. Okay, so it's okay. It's not over, but now it's very PK favor. We've seen Nib just destroy people today. I mean, it's really been an all-star today.
Yeah. And here's us saying that Dagger had the Nib. You Broke My Heart has had it the whole time.
He's had it the whole time, which I thought Dagger somehow opened enough to break that board, but no. Again, that's the power of Nib. If you can't play optimally, Nib is so good. Just beats you all those times in this format. So he's got to think.
And you know, I can very much see this now ending in the PK player's favour. We've got a double Reborn, one for this turn, one for next turn. A Torn Scale, a Cloak, Melee, Denier. This is scary.
Yeah.
You know, thinking about in terms of time, Yishan, what do you think you would do here, right? So you and I both know, and I'm sure the players know, there's not very long left on time. And this is very much in the PK player's favour. If you're a Dagger, do you just scoop and go to game 3?
I think, you know what? I actually think the answer is no, because this is a different kind of time rule. In Konami time rules, probably you do, because it depends. If you're okay with a tie, you just play this one as long as you can. I don't know if the PK deck can burn you. in some way. It may be with all this warrior stuff. There might be something in there that can burn. For time though, it's probably better that there's like less turns. This is yeah. So this is really interesting. We have Harold in the chat. He says salt as fuck. AF. I think that's probably talking about the Nibiru. This is birds versus Phantom Knights. But this is really interesting. I mean, so yeah, he's got one Tri-Brigade, but he still has his normal summon. It's not over yet.
Right, because Bird Call, yeah.
He can still end on 2 interruptions here, I believe. Yeah, right? Because he's going to go Shreg.
4. Yeah.
Banish, probably. Nib. Does he. Wait, is this game? Does he run the correct package? I didn't even think about this. I realized. I thought there was going to be some follow up here, but if he runs access code is 53 plus. If he runs the access code package, that is game. There is nothing you can do about it. Right, so here's the play. You go Link Shreg and Fractal into Farajet, which I don't think he's used yet. Farajet can special out the Tri-Brigade that you haven't used. Banish 3 into the Doom Eagle, right? Oh no, there's still Fogblade though. There's still Fogblade.
So there's Fogblade into Rusty and Tornscale, which puts at least 2 bodies on board.
Yes. Okay, probably not going to be game here. It's going to be a close one.
That's still a huge hit. You know, if they, because Fogblade, if it brings back the Rusty will be banished when it leaves the field. Same with Tornscale if it's summoned by its own effect. That's 2 really big sacrifices to stay in the game.
So yeah, we're probably just gonna see. I think it's gonna be a Nerval is the best search here. Nerval gets you double Dragon Lords or the Desperate Doom Eagle, which is probably the better interruption here if he runs it. So I would like to see probably like a Doom Eagle Simorgh end board. The problem is he might not have Apex Avion in his deck for siding game 2, but I like to keep it in for situations like this.
And as well, I think Doom Eagle, I've seen a few decks not run it. I actually think it's like one of the most underrated cracked cards in the extra deck, because it's just DD Crow, you know.
Yeah. Like, I mean, yeah, and it's so good against these fog blades, right? He's gonna go banish Fogblade, try to summon something back. Boom, you shuffle it back, end phase, right? Like, yeah. So this is gonna go 2. Oh, I would have. Oh, he's 3. Okay, so he's gonna go for the Doom Eagle. Good. This is what I want to see. I think Doom Eagle is really just too strong here. Not go for.
Man, that's crazy. That's so insane. All of the things that Dagger's managed to play through, like that's a big congratulations, you know.
Yeah. That's really. I mean, I don't know. I thought there's no way. That's like one issue with the Scythe board is like it's pretty soft to droplets, but or just like anything. But okay, here we go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just turn these into probably the Simorgh is my guess. Now, yeah, that's the big question. I mean, if he has Apex Avion left in his deck, that is going to be a huge determining factor of this game. He's gonna start shuffling. Oh gosh, I mean, it's about the same. He might just try to shuffle back a Fogblade. He's forcing like a Fogblade activation now. I sort of like this as well. Okay, no, he's just gonna shuffle back the Cloak. One of the follow-ups here. The issue, yeah.
I think Cloak's a really good hit because it forces that search gone. Because you know he'll just attack over it if he revives it, or he'll just let it go, and that's a really big like extend. Sorry, let me say that again. That denies them a really big source of extension.
Okay. Yeah. So by the way, that was time in the round, I believe. Dagger. Oh, this is game 3, right?
This is game 2.
Oh, this is game 2. No, this is only game 2, right? So we're gonna see. Yeah, this is either gonna end in a tie or a win for Dagger. Yeah. So basically, okay, this is gonna be the last thing. He's gonna. Oh, he's supposed to shuffle it back. I think
this might also trigger the Tornscale, though.
No. This should be shuffled back. This should be shuffled back. It shouldn't be
shuffled back. Sorry, not banished. Yeah.
Okay. So now we're gonna see some attacks here. I think I actually like this shuffling now. It forces the Fogblade either now
Mhm.
or later. So you should probably You Broke My Heart should probably Fogblade before that Simorg triggers and summons out something. That way it just doesn't get negated for free.
Yeah.
Um, although if it gets negated, it goes back to his hand, so maybe you don't care that. Man, this is a tough game. This is a tough game.
Yeah. This is there's a lot that can happen here. I want Nerval, yes, that'll be some more, as you said. So it
Yeah.
depends really, is it worth taking that 48 damage and then try to get out the Fog Blade before the Apex Avian? Because from there you then also get your Torn Scales set up.
Yeah. Yeah, this is really interesting. Okay. He's gonna hit for 48, not game. He's
Mhm.
thinking here, should he use his Fog Blade on something?
Yeah,
But
I think if you're gonna
this is turn 0 of
use Fog
time.
Blades,
Yeah.
it's got to be now.
For the end phase, you don't want to get it probably negated for free, I would imagine.
Mhm. Yeah, so I think there is a line of play that if You Broke My Heart's playing access code, there's a good possibility that before the end phase we bring out Rusty, which triggers Torn Scale. We then have the Denier Mali follow up, and then we're off to the races. Really, there's too much at that point really to negate.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Okay, here it comes. Right, here it comes. Here comes the Fog Blade. Special summon that out. Torn's gonna special summon itself out.
In fact, I may be wrong because the Denier in Mali does lose to the Doom Eagle.
Hi Jurassic, welcome to the stream. This is hello. Okay. Yeah, so end phase, the scythe. Oh, it's just gonna pop itself. Oh, is that how Dagda works? It just kills itself?
Yeah, Dagda's going to pop it, and that also means that he's got an extra body on board, and that just
Right.
might be what we need right now. No
Oh,
Avian.
no Avion.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, this might search DD Crow though. It's not. You can search DD Crow, which is pretty good interruption as well.
Mhm.
This is probably gonna search. Yeah. Wait. Wait. Actually, he already used the brown bird effect this turn. I take that back. So you can't search
Yes.
anything.
Yep.
Oh, so
Okay,
no
there's plays
Apex.
here. I'm really
Yeah.
excited to see how this warrior deck plays out. This has got a lot to go for.
Yeah. So what do you think? Yeah. So you mentioned some follow up already. The Denier and the Mali. Anything else that you're seeing here?
So Tornscale can just go ahead and ditch whatever it's summoned to be able to pitch for, whatever he's drawn to be able to pitch for a cloak, which I suppose baits out the Doom Eagle. But even there, you can Fogblade the cloak into a Dark Rank free, which means that Rusty's going to get popping. Depends on if the Arc Rebellion package. I know that's a bit of a meme package that people like to play for nice OTKs. But looks like we're going down the Destiny Hero route here, which does mean that there's a ton of the floodgates opening now. There's a ton of spamming on the board that we're going to see.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I was worried about when we were talking about how it looked like actually Dagger didn't have a. I mean, he was still able to push through even with that nib. But this follow up is crazy. He summoned 5 monsters. 5 monsters with not a single card from his hand.
So this the Mali back. I think we'll maybe see just a generic link to get the Mali out. Then we have an access code talker with two pops, which is pretty decent. A rank 3 we can go into. Oh my god, Denier's level 3. So we've got a rank 3 on field. Yeah, this is I really want to see how this plays out. I'm as a bit of a PK player, I'm so hyped to see this.
Yeah, there's a lot of options here. Now, unfortunately, you can pop the token at least with the rusty, not the what's it called, the torrent scales.
You're right. Yeah, Steamorg is going to protect a lot.
Yeah. He still has the bird shuffle. I think so. It's not like it's all gone here, but it's
I think probably
close.
one of the biggest plays he can make is just a really easy access code so far. I wonder what those 8 cards are, because in a traditional PK deck, you'll see a couple of break swords, which I think is what we're going to go into.
Yeah, looks like it. Like it.
But I'm really wondering if he's playing the Ark Rebellion package. This might. Oh, he's going into the extra monster zone. Okay. So maybe not the play I was thinking of, but Ark Rebellion's just the most hilarious game ender there is. It could still actually go for it. The Break Sword. Seamorg, is it target and protection or destruction protection?
It's targeting protection.
Yeah, so we can still Break Sword, pop the token and the Break Sword, go for a rank 4. There's plays here. I'm super, super curious. I'm like actually on the edge of my seat.
Ah, Rusty. Does Rusty... Okay, Rusty does
Oh,
target.
Rusty's going to send a PK and breaks. Yeah, that's what Break Sword was missing. We needed one more PK in the graveyard.
I see. So you're gonna send... Okay, he's gonna send a PK. Oh, I see. Yeah, that way he can summon stuff back. Yeah. Now the question is, does this have to summon both back?
I think so.
No, it's a special summon
can
them.
Target 2.
Summon them. So it doesn't actually have to summon both. But yeah, I'm just... Because he's got the bird. The bird shuffler.
And I think that's what he's done. Or maybe he's just put it back thinking, that's an illegal activation.
Oh, he doesn't
Because he probably can't say anything.
Wow, he doesn't have anything to set. Okay, that's interesting.
That's an ouchie.
I mean, this has got to just be access code, though, eventually, I imagine.
Yeah. You know, there still is plays here, because we've got the Fogblade to bring back the rank 3, but I think not sending off of Torn Scales might have potentially cost the game.
This is a bit awkward now. I mean, he still can special back the Torn Scales, probably with the Fog Blade, or specialing back a different thing, like Phantom Knight. But, like, yeah, this is awkward now. And he's got to be careful.
One of the cool things...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
I have some time. Yeah, go ahead.
So I think one of the cool things as well is, like, he can correct this because Breaksword isn't once per turn. So he can potentially start popping, and then if he goes off into like an access code, he can continue popping and reuse another Breaksword if he gets like the Seamorg out the way.
Yeah, what I was thinking is, You Broke My Heart's got to be careful. If I'm Dagger, I'm staring at the timer. They have a maximum in DCS rules. If they don't finish in, is it 10 or 15 minutes?
I think it's 15.
15. If they don't, the game it's just over. Like, there is you can't play anymore. Like, it's to stop things from going on forever. So we'll have to see here. Yes, it's forgot to detach, but I think
I'm not entirely sure what he's targeted on his field.
He killed the token, I believe, with the Break Sword. The Break Sword killed the token.
Oh, sorry, I'm not sure what You Broke My Heart targeted on their own field.
Oh, he popped his Set Lancia. He popped his Set Lancia.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, so this is really interesting because if he doesn't enter battle phase, I don't know if it's till the end of phase, but like what I'm saying is like he's got less life points. So I think Dagger is actually, I always say when your opponent's playing slow, you don't need to call slow play on them if it benefits you, right? You want to think about, right? Just, okay, is it going to benefit me if my opponent plays slow? Yes. Then I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let my opponent do its thing.
Oh, so Dagger's now saying, why did you take the normal summon back?
Oh, yeah, did he normal something? I might have missed that. Yeah.
As he brought out Junk Forward. I'm not sure if that was so much because he didn't properly resolve Breaksword, so he might have just kind of rewound the game state. Yeah, that's what he's saying.
That's true. It's pretty hard to argue that. Yeah, it's pretty hard to. Yeah, I don't think you could say that the normal. Like, I think by official rules, right, you have to rewind back to the gameplay is easily rewindable. But yeah. The
question is, how much does it actually matter? I think Dagger's going to make that argument of, all you had to do was detach. So normal summon of the Junk Forwards. Again, still things that we can go into here. I might have a quick peek at the extra deck. Don't know if it's worth it, but we'll see how it goes. So we've gone in for a Link 3. Okay.
4.
So just hard make an access code talker. Maybe. That's not very good access code talker.
This will have like no attack, right? Literally, like, I mean, it'll have attack, 2300.
2300.
But like this
See, this is the
is
thing about time as well. Like, it just makes everything really stressful. I can imagine You Broke My Heart's just got a million thoughts racing through their head just now.
yeah, but this is. Oh, he has
Oh,
Boral Sword.
oh, ignore
Whoa,
me.
He has Boral Sword
That
in his
may-
extra deck.
Oh,
That's gonna change everything, I think.
I think this could in fact be game because we can revive the Break Sword. Man, Boral Sword. I've not seen PK play that for a while, but that's big damage.
Yeah, that's better than access code here.
Absolutely.
Oh, but wait, Dagger still has the shuffle back.
It does. Oh, he's got the Mali though.
Yeah, no.
And
He can shuffle back the Mali. This is the classic thing. You have to ask your opponent for resolution, and the reason is because you have priority. If it was your opponent that had priority, you could say that, oh, they said they did nothing for 10 seconds. You could make an argument that oh, my opponent has no response because he didn't do anything for 10 seconds, right? But technically speaking, as a judge, you almost never lose this judge call. Just explain to your judge, well, he never passed priority to me, so it's not my turn to think. And it's impossible to disagree with that because that is the rule. So if your opponent doesn't ask for anything on res, you can do that. Okay, so he lets this go through. There's still Fogblade able to be used as well, right? So is this game here? I mean,
I think at the very least, we're just going to battle phase. So Mali's going to attack over the Little Bird.
Mm-hmm. He's going to try to get rid of probably the Doom Eagle. Needs to get that, just sort of get that out of the way, right? So the Doom Eagle, yeah, he's gonna take it. He's gonna do this, try to shuffle back something. It doesn't really matter what he targets here. I guess you target Torn Scales.
I think this does put Dagger in a disadvantageous position because if he's going to target Breaksword, like Fogblade just comes into play,
Right.
which then gets Torn Scale back on board as well. So I think
Right.
he's in a pickle.
Yeah, you have to target Scales here. There's only one option,
Yeah.
basically.
But I think even then, that gives the all clear to summon out Breaksword, which I think just about guarantees game.
Yeah, it's just gonna summon out the Breaksword. Okay, so the Scales is going back. Bye-bye Scales. But yeah, okay, let's do some math here. So it's gonna be 3K. And
3K,
then it's
yep.
Gonna be... Keeps banishing the Scales when it should be going back to the extra. Let me go back to the deck.
Oh, I feel actually really bad for these guys. There's a ton of watchers in here.
I know,
that
there's
must
so
be
many
stressful
watchers.
too.
He's gotta hurry it up too. Oh,
What's he? Hmm?
he's gotta hurry it up. There's literally a minute left.
1 minute.
Go.
on.
Go. Just shuffle it into the deck.
Right.
Okay, so he takes 3K.
Yep, so that's 3K damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't have anything that beats over Seamorg before the Boral Sword, so he's just gonna.
Yeah, no. Well, he
turn
already
Mali
attacked with
defense.
Mali. Yeah, he already attacked with Mali, which is smart. So this should be enough damage here. I don't think there's a way to stop
That's
this.
45, 21 plus 4K, and that's game.
So maybe you were right. Maybe Dagger should have. I didn't realize this game was going to take so long. But that's GG. That's going to be a tie. I think the judges are going to stop this match because this has already been taking probably too long. So yeah, that was 14 minutes into time. This is a really good match, though. I thought for a second Dagger had it. That nib came in, though. That nib came in, and the follow-up was too much.
Yeah. We kept mentioning a huge nib. Just turns out the other player had it.
All right, guys.
Great.
Yeah, that was great. That is going to be it for the round 4 coverage. We will see you in a bit. We got Tally back for one more round, round 5, second to last round of Swiss. That was a really fantastic game, and hope to see you guys when we come back.
Catch y'all soon.